Good morning, everyone. Today is May 9th, 2022, and it is time for the weekly App Sprint. First up, we have Support and Donna. GM Donna, how was your weekend?
Hi, my weekend was good. Thank you, PTT. For support stats this week, we had 181 new tickets, which is an 8% decrease from last week's report. Full resolution median time is currently up to 2.1 hours. First reply median time is at 25 minutes. 61% of the tickets were resolved in one touch. Total solved tickets is at 209, which is 9 tickets more than last week's report. Tickets we received mostly were about Portis, beta.shapeshift.com, and app.shapeshift.com wallet concerns. And then for other support updates, the DeFi training workbook for agents that the support leadership team is working on is almost done. It will be passed on by CryptoMeg to someone from the product team for accuracy checks. And then lastly, just a reminder to everyone that CryptoMeg's office hours tomorrow is up. If you wish to reach out and talk to her about support concerns, it will be at 11 to 2 p.m. EST. That's it, and have a great morning.
Thank you, Donna and GM. Next up, we have the Marketing Growth and Globalization workstream, and we have Ethan to read it out. Thank you. GM, Ethan.
G to the M, Fox fam. So on marketing for pushes, we have, let me know if I'm pronouncing this right. Is it Banksa or Banksa?
Sounds good enough to me.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, and then demo wallet, XDeFi wallet, and then our usual organic content push with newsletters, etc. During office hours this week on Thursday at 1 p.m. Mountain Time, 3 p.m. Eastern, we will be having a retro. So make sure to mark that down on your calendars if you want to be there. Wallet Connect and Kepler release are being strategically planned and prepared. Big shout out to Lindsay and everybody else in the marketing work stream getting that prepared. Crafting and strategizing messaging around ShapeShift vision to become an all-in-one place for DeFi. So there's a lot of brainstorming and strategic planning happening around that. Alongside that, we're also working on building our brand guideline, working on messaging tone and grammatical guidelines. I think that's mostly Lindsay and Gray Machine who are heading that front. And then publications that we've had come out. We've had FinTech Buzz featuring Josh, his opinion on DeFi and new risk assessment strategies, etc. We had Willie's expert panel with Cointelegraph come out. And then with Being Crypto, ShapeShift was featured for our leadership as a DEX aggregator. So that was pretty awesome. Kind of a busy week in terms of publications, which has been great. But yeah, that's our update.
Awesome. Thank you so much for those updates, Ethan. Next up, we got Giantkin and the Mod Squad. GM Giantkin.
Yeah, by the last 24 hours, we had 175 new users. The last 7 days was 758, and the last 14 days was 751. Because obviously people left. The large numbers of incoming users, mostly because of new partnerships with DAppBack and Discord listing sites. We did change the verification timeout to an hour to cut down on some of these users coming in and couldn't keep up, basically. We had stuffer raids every day, and basically we total of 10 over the last 3 days. Then make sure you tag the Mod Squad if you see anything out of the ordinary, because it's happening a lot more right now. That's it. Thanks.
Thanks, Jankin. Thanks for staying diligent and keeping our users safe. Next up, we got Diggy and the product team. GM Diggy.
GM, happy Monday, everybody. We are working on a proposal / addendum to the analytics proposal. We're gonna probably be posting that on the forum today for feedback from the community. And as a reminder, this is to make app.shapeshift.com the default experience with analytics, and then another URL like private.shapeshift.com or something like that as the secondary application that will not have analytics. So yeah, keep your eyes open for that in the forum. And then we are behind the scenes working on getting dashboards made. One right now for Foxy that's currently in progress. And then I think Decentralized J's syncing up with Marley to talk about Cosmos and getting a dashboard made so that we can monitor staking activity. And then Axelar, Decentralized J is working on a spec for that, and we'll be doing some early UX discovery. And then we are plowing through the CowSwap UX and prep for a kickoff, hopefully next week. And as you guys know, Beard has already been looking at the DeFi UX, and we're starting to explore, again, DeFi positions across the various protocols and how do we make the UI scalable and following this plugin model. And then working on some more guides for Pendo. There's some additional tags we'll need, so we're going to put up a ticket for that. And then the Fox asset page, there's a couple UI tweaks that it seems like we're going to make, and then we're going to prepare a bounty to get that built. And that's it. Thanks.
Thanks, Diggy, for those updates. Next up, we have DeFi Cafe and Engineering Team. DeFi.
Yeah, Jim, everyone. Very similar to the product stuff, obviously. First thing I want to mention is new team member, Kunius. So welcome to him. If you've seen him around, please make him feel welcome. He's joining the engineering work stream starting as of today. He's previously worked with both Ryan and Major Hayes. So super stoked to have him on board. Feature-wise, we've got a demo wallet shipping today that a community member put together for us, which is great. Big focus this week and across the board is new wallet stuff. So Pastor is working with Keppel stuff. Community member James Stewart's got PRs open for Wallet Connect. We got Tallycash PR reviewed, and XDeFi wallet we are kind of waiting on upstream for them. The wallet migration stuff, all of the front end side of things is done. We're just waiting on getting that production back end endpoint up. So I anticipate that's likely that goes out this week. IPFS is progressing, which is great in the spirit of decentralization. Big thanks to Mr. Nerdhair and Major Hayes for their work on that. I believe Ocean's going to sync with those guys and review there to see what we're going to do to progress that forward. So we have an uncensorable front end. And Pendo as well, Mr. Nerdhair is working on the filters there. So that will get us kind of analytics on users. The chain agnosticism stuff still continues as well. So this is the groundwork required for us to support basically all the EVM chains, and it really just benefits across the board, full stop. And the single-sided staking abstraction, so that we can achieve our vision of really well-documented abstraction of single-sided staking protocols. So if you're like an EVM protocol or even other chains, you can basically submit two PRs, one for like an adapter to the chain, and then one for the integration into the front end. So Major Hayes is leading that effort up, and that continues. One other thing that Josh has asked me to mention in this is we have a Cosmos retro happening. Let me just check the time of that one. I believe he said it's 9 a.m. Tomorrow Mountain Time. So please come along and join that one. And last note is that we're agreed to move stand up to 1:15 p.m. Mountain Time. It just allows like product and engineering and everyone really to have an uninterrupted morning of work, which has been working really well on the No Meeting Fridays. So just be aware that the stand-ups and a few other things like demos as well will be moving. So we're just figuring out the logistics of that, but that's basically the update from engineering side of things.
Awesome. Thank you so much for those updates, DeFi, and welcome to Kunius. Next up, we have Mr. Nerdhair. GM, Mr. Nerdhair.
GM, everybody. This week, priorities are very much aligned with the engineering stuff. We are hopefully going to be able to finally get IPFS ready to go this week. We've got PRs up and, just needs review and testing and all that. The fetch filtering stuff for Pendo is going well. I expect that to be, I expect that particular piece of the technical groundwork to be ready to go by the end of the week. We'll just have to write the filter. And the wallet migration API stuff
is going to be our new bounty process going forward. And last week we had 80 PRs and 4 repos, 1 new contributor, 12 bounties created, and 1 closed successfully. Next up we have tokenomics and Kent. GM Kent.
Hey Ron, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Oh, not too bad. So yeah, just jumping into it. The obvious thing that everybody's focused on right now from a tokenomics perspective and a general crypto perspective is watching the market just get destroyed, continuing the general macro downtrend that's been in place. So in light of that, of course, we're collectively evaluating our stablecoin position, runway, budget, and options. This is precisely why we've been stacking stables since December. Of course, we're not close to our goal, even though we do have a stable stack that will last multiple months. So in light of all that, we'll be focusing a lot, on the current position, talking about in tokenomics, the channel, and then of course that will be a big focus tomorrow for our tokenomics chat at 4 Mountain Time. We do have the Hedgie sale that's live, but with the market crashing, it's unlikely we'll get many takers. That is up to $500,000 worth of Fox, all told. Core 3, Tokamak is live, voting on that. It's interesting to see the jockeying between these different projects as the market trends lower. So we have active discussions around that with our bond team is deliberating on how best to allocate our Fox for that voting. Pardon my voice, I'm a bit hoarse today. The TMDC has made some decisions recently as well. We've added $1 million worth of both Fox and Foxy liquidity, or pre-approved that to add to Elastic Swap for once they go live on mainnet. That is per the terms of our VFox allocation and our recent allocation into the platform. Also, we're paying down a portion of our FEI loans. It might sound a little bit contrary or a little bit confusing. Like, okay, why are we taking some USDC to pay down our FEI loans? There's really 2 reasons for that. One is it lowers our liquidation price, which we have to be very mindful of in this market. Which once you have cascading leverage getting wiped out, it can get really ugly, even worse. So being mindful of that. Also, of course, it lowers down our debt service payments. A relatively small amount, like $200,000 or $300,000, is bringing down our APR considerably. So tune in more tomorrow for more on the excitement. Hopefully by then the market may have turned around, but I don't know. I wouldn't bet on it. Anyway, have a good one, guys. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Thanks, Cam, for those updates. Looking forward to that chat tomorrow. Finally, we have the Fox Foundation and Willie Fox and Ocean. GM, welcome back, Ocean.
Thanks, PTT. Thanks, Kent, for the update. Super cool that I came back and the Elastic Swap deal is public and all that stuff's out there. So glad to hear that. I'm excited it's all moving forward. I don't know if Willie's around, but oh, it sounds like he's on One Hive TV, just judging by the update. So I guess I should just read the notes. Yeah, so I'm back. We did have a board meeting the week before I was out, so I guess 2 weeks ago now, which went really well. And we are in the process of working with board members to set up all of the needed accounting apparatuses, from bank accounts to multi-sig addresses and all that stuff, so we can receive our funding and become a real thing, which is always a slow process. It's amazing how fast the DAO moves and how slow everything else moves in real life. But yeah, that's ongoing. On the foundation side, with engineering, Adam's been working on the wallet migration endpoint that's been completed. And then later this week after I catch up, I plan to start doing some research into the native wallet and if there's alternatives that we should be considering, just from a product perspective and a resource perspective. So we'll be gathering input from both product engineering on the requirements for that, and then trying to put together some sort of document that would outline alternatives, if there are any that are viable, and what that would mean for the DAO and our users.
Awesome. Thank you so much for those updates, Ocean. Is there any plans to make those foundation meetings public at all once everything's set up and going?
No, they're not public meetings.
Okay.
I mean, they're board meetings. I mean, we may publish minutes from them, but I don't think we would ever invite invite an audience to those meetings. But I think the publishing of the minutes would be something that's useful, and I do also think that potentially publishing the decks from them would also be useful as well.
Awesome. I would love to check those out.
Cool. Yeah. That's something I can take back and we can discuss with the foundation. We have our weekly meeting today, and I think there would be support for it, but let me get some consensus built with everyone else.
Understood. Thank you so much. And now, if anybody else in the audience has anything, now's the time to raise your hand. Otherwise, we can give everyone some time back. Doesn't look like anybody has anything, so let's cut this meeting a little short and have a great day, everyone. GM.
What's up?
Yo, did you see
GMO.
Tom Segura at
GMO.
a show in Denver in July?
Think I cut you off, Ron. Sorry.
Shifty, did you see Tom Segura's adding a show in July in Denver?
No, I didn't. His stand-up is good. It's just not as good as like the actual show, though. At least in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I actually, I'm not that big of a fan of stand-up. It feels forced a lot of the time, because like they're trying to hit certain points, and it's not for me.
Yeah, I could see that. We have a ticket open for that staking bug, right?
I think so. I don't.
Yeah, Max had created one originally for the one where it shows on ERC20 assets that's not possible to stake on.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. It's on the 29th.
Yeah, okay.